What did I say? What have I been saying? I have been saying they're going to turn the Lost Boys into Twilight. We talked about this over at Midnight's Edge After Dark. I didn't want to make videos of it because I didn't want to acknowledge it was going to happen. And yes, they're turning my favorite movie of all time, The Lost Boys, into the worst, most uninteresting, unsexy, unwatchable franchise of sparkling fucking vampires, Twilight. Hello everyone, I am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and this is not good news. Twilight had this moody sort of thing. No, I'm definitely the type of person they were trying to aim this for. Maybe I was a little too old for Twilight. Yeah, I was probably too old for Twilight, come to think of it. So I'm not. But had I been younger, I would have been the audience. This really hurts. This really hurts. First, you came after Ghostbusters. I didn't say anything. Then you came after Gem and the Holograms. I didn't say anything. Then you ruined Star Trek. And I got angry. And I changed my channel content. Then you guys ruined Star Wars. And Doctor Who. It's on. It's on. Now you guys are going to ruin my favorite thing, and you're going to turn it into this Twilight teeny little shit. And you're probably going to SJW it up, too, because that's what you do. That's what you do. Don't you deny it. That's what you do. Hollywood. That is what you do. And I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to stand for this. I don't. Hopefully this pilot won't ever, see the light of day. It's just going to be a pilot. Let's read what it has to say. Let's read it. Twilight director Catherine Hardwicke will helm the TV pilot for the CW's adaptation of The Lost Boys. See, and this is bad news anyway, CW. And yeah, I know. Nowadays, that's what teenagers want and stuff. And yeah, I was 8 years old when The Lost Boys came out. I get it. Make a new thing. Just make a new thing. There's thousands of things. Make a TV series on this. Make a TV series on this book series. Do it, please. Make a teeny bopper series on this. Okay, on the Merciless series. Anything by this author. Make it. I got stacks of teen fiction here. Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Leave Lost Boys alone, please. For the love of my favorite movie. Please leave the Lost Boys alone. Please.
Drink some of this, Michael. Be one of us.
No, I'm not going to conform to CW teenage crap, okay? I'm not going to conform to it. The original Lost Boys movies from '87 starred Jason Patric as a teenager named Michael, who moves to a small seaside town with his family and falls in with a pack of vampires led by David. Did you even watch it? I mean, yeah, I guess the little teenage group was led by David, sure. The movie's mix of comedy and horror made it a surprise hit, and it's still a fan favorite to this day. Yes, it is. Don't you touch it. Don't ruin it. The movie's success led to plans for a sequel that would have followed Sutherland's character, but it didn't ultimately happen. Well, we had them, and they were bad. Director Joel Schumacher also proposed a gender-flipped follow-up called The Lost Girls, which also came to nothing. A sequel eventually arrived in the form of straight-to-DVD The Lost Boys: The Tribe in 2008, which was essentially a low-budget remake of the first movie. It really wasn't, though. It wasn't so much of a remake. It was kind of like a spin-off, almost. It was kind of a continuation. Because you still had like you said, Corey Feldman returned as Edgar Frog, with co-star Corey Haim briefly for a return surprise cameo. They actually did get both Frog brothers, if I remember correct. I think I remember the deleted scenes more because they actually had the Frog brothers. It had both of them in there. Feldman returned again for another direct-to-DVD sequel. DTV sequel, sorry. called The Lost Boys: The Thirst, which received slightly warmer reviews than The Tribe. I didn't see it. The Lost Boys, for me, is a one-and-done 80s masterpiece. Leave it alone. Please, for the love of all things, leave it alone. Lord. The Lost Boys: The Thirst proved to be the end of the original series, and a television adaptation has been in development for a few years now. The show is heating up at the CW now, with Deadline reporting Catherine Hardwicke, director of the original Twilight, will helm the Lost Boys pilot. Tyler Posey from T-Wolf and Kylie Sanchez will lead the cast. All right, see, now I gotta look up these people. We gotta look up. We're gonna Google Foo. Who are these people? What do you look like? Google Foo. Let's Google them. I gotta find my keyboard. All right. Yes, he's very modern today. Is this the other girl? This is the other girl. This is Tyler Posey. All right. So they look like they're so these are the parents then. This I'm not happy about. I'm not happy about it. I wasn't actually planning on doing this article. All right, we'll move me over here. I'm just looking at him. I'm looking at him. Written by Heather Mitchell, The Lost Boys is set in sunny seaside Santa Clara and home to beautiful boardwalk, all the cotton candy you can eat, and the secret underworld of the vampires. After sudden death of their father, brothers Michael, played by Posey, and Sam Emerson, moved to Santa Carla. Fuck, I can't even speak anymore. It's filmed in Santa Cruz. I still have I have a brass ring from the actual Ferris wheel, and I have a token that I keep in my wallet at all times from the Santa Cruz boardwalk where they did film The Lost Boys. Because yes, it's important to me, okay? It's important. I don't want to see them ruining. You don't need to remake it. We already have it. Please leave it alone. Please leave it alone. Please leave it alone. Also, thank you for being a brand new subscriber. I forgot to turn off my sound bites. Lord. So these are the people. I don't even want to read this. I just want to cry. Please don't remake this. Why? I can't. I just can't. I can't. Just... This one's personal. Like I said, Lost Boys is probably my favorite movie of all time. Right up there with Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 and Return of the Living Dead and all the movies I can watch on loop. Millions of movies from like 1987 I can definitely watch on loop over and over again. There's a sweet spot between 1984 and 1987 where we had some of the best movies ever made. You know, you had stuff like Ghostbusters and Revenge of the Nerds, Police Academy movies, The Lost Boys. I know I'm forgetting out. Goonies. Just leave them. Please. This marks the second role in a TV series based on a popular supernatural movie. See the thing with Teen Wolf. The thing about Teen Wolf, they never had the cult following and the love. I mean, Teen Wolf is one of those movies where it's like, oh yeah, I remember Teen Wolf. I kind of remember that. That was a fun movie. That was cute. Lost Boys has love. The Lost Boys has a following. Okay, you really cannot fuck up the Lost Boys. We're like, probably best case is that this will just be completely unnoticed and it won't be picked up. Worst case, you're going to destroy something that I really, really love. And I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm really, really not. And the fact that you've got Twilight people in, oh Lord. What do you guys think? Can this be good? Is this just going to be a one and done pilot that's going to be completely just not even picked up? Is this going to be something that we're not going to even like see or get? They might do such a bad job that we won't even see it. I hope that's the case. I really, really do. Please don't Twilight my Lost Boys. No, yeah, they were pretty, yes. They were sexy young vampires, yes. It was the 80s. We were allowed to be sexy and pretty now. Nowadays, you have to you have to have representation, and you have to have all of these things, meaning fewer and fewer attractive people on screen, more people who mumble and can't act, and more storytelling that's more about inclusivity than the actual story and the characters and the stuff we actually want to see. And this is what I'm worried for. And the fact that they're bringing in the Twilight director, anybody involved with Twilight, really tells me they're going to focus on today's modern, hot topic, woke crowd, because they're bringing in somebody who can specialize in focusing in on this sort of demographic. And yeah, the demographic's a little different than it was when Twilight came out. Even you've got far more woke people, far more people who are like, but we need representation. We're judging the movie based on how diverse it is, or how same thing with TV. You know, we judge it based on how diverse it is, and then nobody watches, and all the shows get canceled. And they go around ruining more beloved franchises because they have to focus on this shit instead of what made it good in the first place. I think I've ranted about this enough. I'm like, I'm legit not doing okay on this one. Like, I had to. Normally I don't cover horror, but you guys, if you guys know me, I do try and keep the horror over on the Midnight's Edge stuff, because I know you guys want to talk about more sci-fi. But The Lost Boys, I had to speak out against, because that's my favorite movie. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!